Yugo month has been really fun. I presume I'm recording this before the fact, but you know I've done a lot of things that I've always wanted to do on my channel in general this month. For example, I did a top 10, which was really fun. I've wanted to do one of those for a long time. I feel like that's just like a YouTuber thing, or at least it was. I don't know. I've fallen out of the YouTube scene quite recently, and by YouTube scene I don't mean like, you know, I was some big shot YouTuber. Obviously I am not at all, but what I meant was more of the culture, the environment, or kind of being into now with YouTube stuff. And even when I quote unquote was, I really wasn't. It was only to like a very basic extent. There was only, you know, very few YouTubers I actually, you know, subscribed to and actually watched regularly. But I feel like I've even fallen out of touch with even those right now, and it really sucks. It's left almost like a void, but I just haven't been able to. Because usually before, what it was is I would either watch YouTube. There are three different times I would watch YouTube, right? It was either one, whenever I was at work, you know, because I had the ability to actually do that kind of stuff at work. But now I work an actual job where it actually matters what I do, and people, you know, actually watch what I do. So it's not so easy for me to just kind of slack off and watch YouTube videos like that, right? Two, well, I guess 1A was that I would do it at work during lunch, which is another thing I can't really do anymore. I used to be able to do that. I mean, I technically can, but the main reason why I don't do that anymore is because I spend all my time during my lunch eating and simultaneously playing Duel Links. So there's not really any way for me to watch anything. And I don't like to bring my computer, my work computer, with me to the break room, and I also don't want to like log into any of my accounts on those computers because they're like super monitored by the IT for the company. So I don't really want to have any of my personal accounts or information out there, just to be safe. But the other one, 2, was when I was going to sleep, which sounds really weird, but basically since 2000 and oh god, I wish I had attacked with Goblin Attack Force first, because then I could have attacked with Ninja Master Sasuke, and then I could have just destroyed that thing. But any case, yeah, I used to have a lot of trouble sleeping, and one of the things that would really help me out was just playing YouTube videos in the background. I mean, it doesn't have to be specifically YouTube videos. Sometimes it would have just been like, you know, just TV, but it just happened to be like, it just happened to be that I just don't have cable. I don't really care for paying for it, so I never really had cable. At least while I had this problem, so I would just watch YouTube videos, and you know, the easy accessible was there and whatnot. But it was also sort of nice. I started to pick up this habit when I got my like first actual job, and I was working late. I was getting out at like 10 o'clock, so I was getting home at like almost 12 for a very good period of time. And basically what that consisted of me doing was, as soon as I got home, I would just throw myself into bed, and soon after that I would just go ahead and proceed to fucking put on YouTube mainly Game Grumps, and then play Fire Emblem Awakening, because I had gotten that at some point as a gift, and I had a lot of fun with that game. But yeah, I would just lay in bed, do that, and then eventually just pass the fuck out. Wake up at like 11 or 10 or something like that, and then, you know, spend some time doing some stuff in the morning, and then eventually having to go back to work at like 2 or 3 or earlier than that. So that's what I spent most of my day or my nights doing. So that's when I really got into the habit of doing watching YouTube videos, especially just in general at night. It was just the thing that I would play, and it would just lull me into sleep. It was my equivalent of ASMR. Like, not actually watching ASMR videos, mind you, because I've tried that. Legitimately tried using ASMR videos, especially when I was having a lot of like sleep anxiety, where I just was not able to sleep. Which was funny, because the reason why I wasn't able to sleep was because I was scared of going to sleep. I was scared of the feeling, you know, when you're sleeping. Now that I'm saying it, I've talked about it before, and every time I talk about it, I go to sleep, and I have a problem with it. But it's when you go to sleep and you think about yourself falling asleep, or you feel yourself going to sleep more specifically, and you're not able to because you're actively thinking about that thing. It's like when you notice you're breathing or blinking subconsciously, and then you notice it consciously, then it's really hard for you to switch back to just doing it subconsciously, because you're thinking about it at that point in time. So it's really hard for your brain to switch gears to make you not think about that thing. Like, it's easier for your brain to think about something than it is for it to not think about something, right? So it's basically that concept. And yeah, information. That's the second reason why I would spend most of my time watching YouTube. I can't really do much of that anymore. Not so much that I don't need to, but I live with my girlfriend now, and I don't really want to bother her, obviously, playing that all the time. But like I said before, I don't really need to do that anymore, because my sleep anxiety is weird. My insomnia, or whatever it is, it only really works when I'm alone. But if there's anyone else either in the bed with me or nearby, it doesn't really bother me. I don't sleep like a baby. So I guess I find some sort of sense of comfort in that. I don't know, it's kind of weird in general. But the third one is when I'm just generally bored, when I need something to watch. And the main reason why I don't watch YouTube videos during that time is that the damn Nintendo Switch doesn't have the capabilities to play YouTube videos, and the Switch is what I have in the what I want to call my living room here. That's where I watch most of my stuff. I can't watch YouTube videos on the damn Switch, so I have to stick to Hulu, which is really lame, because Hulu, is fine and dandy, but it doesn't have everything that I want. Like, if I could either have Netflix and Hulu, or Hulu and YouTube, then I can pretty much find whatever, find something to watch at any point in time. But if you only give me Hulu, not having such a great time with just that. But in any case, yeah, because of that, I haven't really been able to watch a lot of YouTube, so I feel a lot out of sync with a lot of things. Honestly, I don't even remember what the point of this was. There was a point that I was trying to get to originally, and I completely digressed. But I was talking about, let's see if it'll come back to me. So I was talking about I think it's just game, no? Yeah, I was talking about how YouTube and stuff, well, I don't even remember, but I did want to bring up something that I've been talking about. I've talked about the screen, right? What I really like is this helicopter up above. It's being really loud. Okay, it's gone. Is that I really like these dual bonuses in that they're not, I sort of mentioned, but they're not as, lame as the other ones, where it's just kind of like win, congrats, but they give you like special bonuses. For example, doing beating your opponent with exactly 0 life points, so you didn't go over or anything like that. Little bonuses like that are pretty cool, because it just gives you a little nice incentive. Like, they kind of do that in Duel Links, but I feel like they could add a lot more sort of dual rewards, I think they're called, or dual results, whatever it is. This one's called dual results. and then rewards is what you get. But in any case, if they had a lot more things like that, like you used only warriors, or little things like that, which I know is a lot harder to use in Duel Links because Duel Links is free and you gotta make money by making people pay for shit. So you wanna restrict it. Nice motorcycle now too. You want to restrict it in that regard, but I don't know. It would have been nice. Anyways, stay fresh. Fucking cars and their shit.